Ready, ready. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever you're celebrating. Happy 3rd of May, one day before the very best and very special Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. It is a whole special month for me and hopefully for most of you guys. Star Wars The Old Republic and BioWare are doing everything they can, and they're promising to do everything they can to help us all celebrate. I'm gonna tell you during this live show and during the next two, because for this evening I have scheduled 3 different events, and I hope that we will be together for a good few hours, maybe 3, maybe more. We will see. Welcome everyone. Today the first event is going to be Chapter 13, Profit and Plunder. We are expecting to see 2 epic characters, 2 epic classic companions to come back. One of them is Vet, and because I have a Sith Marauder, I do have a Bounty Hunter as well, but he hasn't started the Fallen Empire story, so I will not be able to see, at least not soon, the unique and epic dialogue between the Bounty Hunter and Galt. But we're about to witness a very special personal dialogue between the Sith Marauder I will be playing and Vet. Ready? I delayed this live show with about 10 more minutes than what I intended because I was looking for something special that would be the giveaway attached to this video. I will give you more details around probably after I finish the chapter near the end of the video. The giveaway, 2 Steam codes for Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. Original Steam codes provided to me by Nielsen Garab. I'm not sure if he's here right now, but he actually gave me the codes a good month ago, exactly 1 month ago. And I promised to give them away for a very special occasion. This is the one. I will tell you what you have to do for the giveaway, how to enter and how to participate around the end of the video, because I don't want this to be the main focus. If anybody catches in the title or in the description the giveaway stuff, I will not be discussing it during the live show, so please be patient and don't ask silly questions during the show. Ready, guys, to have fun? Because I sure am. And I'm really hoping that this chapter somehow can live up to the expectations, especially considering what the previous chapter 12 created for us and presented to us. I hope everything is okay. Yes, I've heard that a few of you are experiencing issues with internet, but that thankfully is not related to my stream. On my side, the live stream shows absolutely everything on perfect and with normal conditions. The dashboard is late as usual. I see that a good 100 people have already stopped by. Of course, we don't have 100 concurrent viewers at the moment. That would be nice. But everybody who had stopped and didn't bother to say hi, I will say it for you guys. Welcome, Chapter 13, about to begin any moment now. Sith Warrior Dark Side playthrough. This is obviously the first time I'm doing it, and probably the first time many of you will be witnessing it. The servers went live about 20-ish minutes ago, according to BioWare's Twitter account. And some of you are probably already in the middle of the chapter. God forbid someone may have already finished it. Chapter 13, Profit and Plunder. The galaxy suffers. The Eternal Empire conquers and plunders countless worlds, adding to Zaku's vast wealth. The Alliance has learned that the bulk of this stolen fortune sits aboard a massive floating treasury called the Gilded Star, the greatest collection of wealth in known space. Onodesan, Skorks, that's my marauder, plots a daring heist against impossible odds to raid the Guided Star and strike a serious blow to the Eternal Empire. We begin. A moment of silence, building up the tension. Really hoping this chapter will live up to the expectations, mostly because it's released in May, the Star Wars month.
Still no word from Major Jorgen or Kaleo?
Everything within a kilometer of the spire has been locked down. No signal gets in or out of that zone.
I warned you that Gemini frequency mission was dangerous. If they're alive, it won't be for much longer.
If they're dead, so be it. We still need to sabotage the Eternal Fleet, and the Gemini frequency is our best chance.
We can't get anywhere near the Spire without fighting every defender on Zakul. We don't have the forces for that. I'll alert you the moment I hear anything, but until then, we're just wasting time here.
We could all use a break to regroup. That includes you, Theron.
I'm too tired to argue. Oh, almost forgot. Hylo Viz asked to see you, Commander. Wouldn't say why, but it sounded important.
I would absolutely love to say hi to Haloviz.
We can't do everything on our own. We need more people out there.
Hey, Commander, got a sec?
What's on your mind?
We're doing our best to keep the supply lines running, but most of the people I deal with aren't exactly philanthropists. We can't keep running this thing on goodwill and borrowed credits.
Aren't you supposed to be handling that?
What do you think I'm doing now? But look, I didn't just come here with complaints. I know a guy with a habit of showing up when someone's in need. He's reached out with an offer we can't really refuse, much as I might want to. You should meet him.
With that kind of recommendation, how can I say no?
I know. We've got history. The only thing to trust about him is that he can do what he promises. Hear him out. Come on.
Well, this has been an interesting diversion, but I think it's time to wrap things up. I call.
I know a Sith that's pleased with herself when I see one. I fold.
So soon? Must be quite a hand. Let's see it.
But how? You discarded every chance you got and never locked a card the whole round. The odds are astronomical. You cheated.
Yeah, even if I did. You sure the old boss of Sith intelligence wants to admit some shifty alien got the better of her?
Wasted no time turning the card table into a graveyard.
It's my preferred method of execution.
Commander, the most untrustworthy scoundrel I know. Untrustworthy scoundrel, the Commander.
She never was big on formalities. Galt Renault, at your service.
I haven't got a lot of time or patience. Why are you here?
Oh, I think you'll make a little of both for this. The Eternal Empire spent the last 5 years pillaging every world in the known galaxy. Now, how'd you like to turn all that plundering into a profit for you and yours?
I'm listening.
I happen to know where they're keeping all that ill-gotten gain. Better yet, I've got a surefire plan to steal it right out from under their noses. I just need the help of a few talented, tough customers to see it through.
Stealing for financial gain doesn't generally sit right with me.
Think of it as the rightful reclamation of wealth stolen by Arkan in the first place. You'd be striking a real blow to his war effort. Ever heard of the Gilded Star? I'll stop you there. You haven't. It's one of the Eternal Empire's most tightly guarded secrets. A floating treasury circling the depths of a massive gas giant. The ship and the buried treasure all wrapped up into one neat little package. Well, maybe not little. By my estimation, it's the greatest sum of wealth gathered in one place since the Hutt Empire was a thing. So, you in?
Attempt to cheat me, and you will regret it, briefly.
So the standard arrangement. When you're ready to get this show on the road, we'll be heading to Vandin to lay some groundwork. Looking forward to this, partner. There she is, Vandin. Mind the ledges when you're walking around unless you fancy a death by scenic view.
You haven't mentioned why we're here.
Giant barge, full of money. Is this ringing any bells? It's out there somewhere, swimming below sight and scan range. Something about the magnetism here plays havoc with sensors and cheap fillings. Bottom line is, we'll never find the Gilded Star out there, which is all the more reason to get our preparations underway. Such as picking up the last member of our illustrious crew.
How many people are we going to need?
Half a dozen, give or take. This is the last one unaccounted for. You should be in a warehouse, not far from the dockyards. I'll point out the place when I see it.
That was one long cinematic, actually two cinematics bound by a loading scene. Yep, we have a new planet to explore. Unfortunately, we don't get to read anything about... well, I'm not exactly sure, but I suppose we're supposed to read it Vandin, and I believe they mentioned it in the previous developer stream. Okay then, welcome to Vandin. It's gonna be definitely a small place, just a story area, I suppose. If you're thinking Oricon, you're thinking too big.
Smooth.
Medical supplies, anything special? Nothing fun, nothing out of the ordinary. And of course, we are playing with the new temporary or not so temporary companion. We'll see. Meet with the last member of Gaut's crew. Okay. Galactic scoundrel Gaut now has joined up to help steal the wealth of the Eternal Empire and fund the Alliance. You're on the planet of the heist, and Gaut says there is one more crew member to recruit nearby. Meet with that last member and assemble the crew.
This is the place.
Do you think this is going to hurt me?
There.
Nope. Container, you say? Okay. Let me go to the container, damn it.
So, this plan I mentioned, it's going to take the best identity forger this side of the galaxy to pull off. Problem is, he's been in hiding, specifically in that, for a long time. He probably won't be too thrilled to have visitors, especially not visitors who had his safe house shipped a few thousand parsecs unannounced. Be on your toes.
I think I can handle a grimy hermit.
Just don't kill him, or the only thing getting washed is the plan.
Stretcher, is it? They always say retirement's a good time to travel. Why don't you come and check out the new scenery?
Tiresias, you've got a lot of nerve showing your ugly mug to me again.
Tiresias?
Just a name I carried around for a while, no use to anybody now. I think you've got me confused for someone else, friend. Name's Galt Renell. Got a business proposition I think you'll want to hear about.
You can't play dumb with me, Ty. I know that face better than you do.
Galt tells me you're the best identity forger in the business. We could use you.
I've had enough of helping that fraud fake his own death. This time, it's gonna stick. A little gift for your hospitality. You can mail order just about anything these days.
Oh no, what are we gonna do against droids? Oh, normal ones at that. I did not even check what kind of a spec I'm playing, but it's not really important. Any of you guys noticed how poor texture quality treachery is made of? The textures on that guy are just pathetic. Come on now. Can we stop already? I hate these sequences. What's this? Third wave now? Right, good news is I'm playing a decent Carnage build for leveling. Again, it doesn't matter much. Oh, really? Ah, boss. Nice. Let's buff up accordingly for a boss fight. What exactly is the whirlwind doing? Nothing much. Oh, there you go. It is good to see new animation at least. Oh, that's lovely.
Oh, come on! That's not how this was supposed to go!
Still can't roll with the punches. You perfectionist types never learn. There's no such thing as a sure thing.
Why are we trying to recruit someone who wants to kill you?
He's the one with the grudge. After I made that body double, he went and swindled half of Nar Shaddaa in my name.
Because Dretcher is literally the only one I trust to pull this off.
It's taken everything I know to stay hidden in this little prison. Every time I start to think I can leave, someone snitches on my new identities.
That true?
So maybe I encourage Dretcher's early retirement. This little box is cozier than a coffin and a better place to reflect on how stupid trying to blackmail me was. But hey, ancient history, am I right? I'm more than willing to forget about our past disagreements if you do one more job for me.
I can never help you again.
He's asking. I'm telling. You're going to help us with a heist, or I'm going to rip you out of there and beat you within an inch of your life.
There's 25 layers of durasteel and cortosis between you and me. We'll both be dead of old age before you make good on that.
It's true, we might never get into that safe room of yours, but I'm sure this sonic amplifier I brought will have an interesting effect on the contents. So unless you want to spend your final moments being shaken to death by the dulcet tones of the Kashyyyk Life Day Choir, I would reconsider.
Okay. Fine. I'll do the stupid job.
Sit tight, Dretch, and get reacquainted with the concept of hygiene. We've got one more stop to make before we get to the fun part.
Hey, we've got some new things to learn about. Identity slicers. When the scum of the galaxy need a solid escape, they place themselves in the capable but expensive hands of an identity slicer. How expensive? Creative, intelligent, and resourceful, these forgers can alter the identity of anyone with enough credits. A skilled ID slicer can even modify genetic code itself. Such a precision takes years to master. Many consider themselves artists and scientists, albeit unconventional ones. Since identity slicing is highly illegal, Forgers are notoriously reclusive. Isolation from the outside world causes personality quirks. Oh, this guy is definitely crazy. That can sometimes develop into mental imbalance. The most notable example was Delon Raid, a veteran forger who, after 12 years of isolation, began constructing dozens of replicas of HoloNet singer Vila Zhao using local wildlife. Raid was finally caught when he used his Vela clones to hold an impromptu concert on Tatooine. Okay. I don't know who these guys are. Delon Raid, I've never heard of that name. And I've never heard as well of Vila Zhao. I don't know if I'm missing something from the expanded Universal Legends. But we're about to learn that at some point, hopefully. Please don't tell me that this was the brief and only visit to the planet, just so we can speak to the crazy guy with the name I could never remember and forget and repeat. Hi, Red. I believe I've never read The Outcast. Or maybe if I have... No, doesn't speak anything to me, so I guess I haven't read that novel.
Punctual, gentlemen. Glad you could make it all this way. No trouble acquiring my little request, I take?
It's here. You got our money?
Of course, friend, but I'd be remiss if I didn't ask to see the goods first.
Satisfied?
What do we possibly need a missile for?
Just the important part, really.
You got our money?
About that. I was really thinking we should renegotiate the price. You know, seeing as I don't need the whole missile. Yeah, I thought you might feel that way.
Launch sequence initiated. Target acquired. Total atomic dispersal in T-1 minute.
You son of a... Make it stop!
Nah.
I could have just killed them.
Lacks panache.
T-minus 55 seconds. Warhead primed. Suffering index set to maximum.
You're gonna pay for this!
Suckers.
A talking missile.
Aborted. No stopping me now.
Ah, what did she
That's
do to this
rich.
thing? Come on, it's not responding.
Are there any circuits you could cut?
Oh, sure, dozens. Got any ideas which ones?
Tampering detected. Emergency detonation in 5 seconds. Nice try, jerks.
No, I cannot tell if she did a terrible job rewiring this or too good a one.
3. Oh, so close. 2. I can't wait. 1.
And there she is!
You should have seen...
Vet?
I didn't... But I thought you were... Fancy seeing you here.
Oh, good, you know each other. Saves me the trouble. Did you get the warhead, or were you too busy practicing your lines?
Yes, I got it, Grumpy Pants. Though I guess those lizard brains will have figured out nothing's exploded by now. I'll see if I can't distract them.
Time to make ourselves scarce. We'll see you back at the hideout.
Toodles.
Oh, no, 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 no. That's not fair. Really? That's it? The first meeting and... Oh, I thought you were... toodles. Okay. I'm sure we will have more time during the chapter to have a little bit of a conversation instead of just one-liner. Oh. Really? An ambush! Oh. And, of course, we've got a pulling droid. Because what's a scripted fight without some droids pulling you and pushing you all the time? Nice. Where did the item go? Oh, well. Recover security spikes from security droids. 2 more. Alright. Oh, bonus quest. Kill everything that moves. Or in other words, defeat Bracken gang members. He healed up? Wow. Maybe I should have bothered interrupting or something. Oh, that's the one. Security spike. Dude, why are you alive? Well, the good news is there is some gameplay on the new planet. Unfortunately, it's not the real gameplay. I wonder when BioWare is gonna go back to introducing at least daily areas. We haven't seen a daily hub since... Oricon? Or was it Zerka? I've lost count which came after which. Okay, then 3 of those. And unfortunately there are no more mobs here. Oh, of course, you know what I'm gonna do now, don't you? Please don't be an invisible wall. Woo! I have to. Just have to. It's a tradition that I started way back when Manan was introduced. Oh, I can go back and kill some more over there. Let's go see. In the hangar area or something. What do we have here? Oh. Gotta go even further back for this bonus quest. It's very likely that I will be able to kill many more mobs going forward. But right now, for the first time doing this, it's more important to just do the quest. The hell? Oh, XIII. Yeah, of course XIII. But it was a very non-typical or unusual daily area. Maybe that's why I forgot about it. Well, these stupid pirates don't even count. Okay, trash loot. Thank you. I love trash loot. The game is very, very different, Luco, and welcome back, maybe. The game has changed a lot since 2011, 2012. It was good when it launched. Unfortunately, everything Star Wars is always overrated, and people had crazy high expectations. Even those people who had absolutely no idea what the game is going to be about. Just everybody built up the hype way too high. Impossible to reach. The game has changed a lot. Yeah, the engine issues and the FPS issues are still here. Some things are probably never going to change.
You'll feel that later.
If you've never played the game, just like you said, but if you're a Star Wars fan and love Star Wars story, there is definitely a good reason for you to try it. And it's free, man. You don't even have to pay anything. If you pay, of course, you'll get benefits and boosts and things like that. Do you think there is a difference which one of the two things I would click? If I knew Aurobesh, which I don't, Would be awesome to be able to translate this thing. I'm sure there is interesting information hidden behind it. Just a close-up for maybe whoever that odd person who's willing to translate this. And there is the other one. Oh, this one is much shorter. What money do we get from this? Is it anything worth killing? Not very much. You will never get rich by doing this. You will get some money, maybe enough to cover your weekly expenses or something, but doing story will never ever make you rich. One more, and I only see one mob alive, so yeah, lately it has been the case for BioWare's chapters storytelling. Kill everything if you want to do the bonus quest, which is nice. And these mobs are not really hidden. It's actually relatively easy to see them. 2 more of these, really. I should pay more attention, probably. Why am I missing the 3rd one now? Actually, that's the suggestion I usually give, just like what Miroslav said. But very often there are crazy discounts on pretty much everywhere. Origin, G2A, Amazon, and many other portals that I know or don't know about their existence that do make a very nice and interesting discounts. Definitely worth checking and following those if you want to get subscription for your favorite game, not just for SWTOR, of course. For a new beginner here in Star Wars: The Old Republic, there is a pack on Amazon. Unfortunately, if I remember correctly, it's only for US people. It is available on the US Amazon. Oh, alert lockdown. Captain Faust reports a terrorist named Gautrenau has made a creditable bomb threat in the docks area. We're under security lockdown until the threat can be assessed and cleared. What about the other one? Nothing here. Let's click this then. Again, nothing different. I think both of them are just doing the same thing, the same result. Let me check the XP. Yeah, it should be. It should be available. Up. And there we go. You've got 200%. Time remaining 164 hours. People have been saying, because I missed actually that part from the update. I don't know why. But thank God Twitter and Facebook were posting about this everywhere. So yes, until 10th of May, we have double XP. Don't ask me if it's available for free to play. I don't remember, but I think it's not. Hey, it is. That's an important conversation. Let's pay attention. Well, I hope it will be.
If you're still wondering why you're here, it isn't to check out the Tabana gas bars. There's a stealth cruiser loaded with more precious metals than a hut's taste in art hiding down in the lower atmosphere, and it's about to come up for air.
And while the Gilded Star is roosting at the Skyhook for its annual resupply, we're going to rob it blind.
How do you even know about that?
A little bird told us. I speak stool pigeon.
Even if you do know where it's going to be, it's got a full military complement on board, and a vault that could survive the ship being reduced to atoms.
Most people would consider it impregnable, but we aren't most people, are we, Senya?
You do seem to know a lot about our target.
Yes, well, I should. Overseeing the Gilded Star was among my duties when I still served Valkorion.
Then you are privy to its operational protocols.
I doubt they're still the same.
You don't have to run the thing.
Just get Scorpio to the ship's control center.
There's no way we could infiltrate that far into the ship undetected.
Oh, maybe, maybe not. But I'm pretty sure High Justice Valen can go wherever she pleases.
So what? We get her permission?
Who needs her permission when you can be her? We've got the best identity doctor this side of the galaxy, and as close to a genetic match as we're gonna get.
I could never match Valen's gene sequence like that. Although, maybe simulating data corruption in her ID.
And create enough doubt to bluff her way through. Dear old mom can manage that, right? Once Valen and her attaché droid are on board, they head to the bridge, seize control of the ship, and allow the rest of us to do our parts.
Like cracking the vault. It isn't controlled by the network, so I've got to get into the guts of the ship to reach the mechanism. I'll need your help.
Meanwhile, Lana and Theron will bridge airlocks with a tanker transport I've secured for the goods.
How are we going to carry an entire treasury's worth of loot out of the vault before anyone catches on?
Oh, we won't be carrying anything out of the vault. Into, that's another story. Remember how Senya mentioned the vault could withstand everything outside being vaporized? The same applies to what we're setting off inside.
The warhead.
Exactly. I'll be pulling up the rear with a disintegration bomb. Once it's done its job, we pump the atmosphere into the waiting tanker and make our escape.
Because everything up to this point has been so simple.
I don't know, running seems pretty straightforward to me.
Once that sucker explodes, the crew's going to notice. Everybody's just going to have to hightail it to the transport before they catch on.
Now, since we've got less than a day before the Gilded Star rolls into port, I'd suggest everybody get real familiar with their part.
Sorry about the prank earlier. If I'd known you were here, or, you know, alive, I'd have held off. But I finally got him.
I hope you'll be taking the task at hand more seriously. There doesn't seem to be room for error.
Don't you worry about me. I'll be the best living lockpick you've ever seen. Still hard to believe you're really here. It's been, what, 5 years since we went after your old boss? Did you get conked on the head real good? Amnesia, maybe?
Locked in a block of carbonite with nothing but my dreams to pass the time.
That's, pretty bad. But better than dead, right? Were the dreams good, at least? Lots of cowering masses and Imperials marching? That's my best guess.
Those things are only found in dreams these days.
Now that you're back, I'm sure you'll have the whole galaxy quaking in terror in no time. If you thought the Sith were treacherous before, you should have seen it after you and Mar disappeared. I didn't have much reason to stick around once you were gone. So I left them to their infighting before the Eternal Empire rolled in. I hope you don't mind.
You found safety. That's what's most important.
There were some bumps along the way, but throwing in with Captain Shifty was one of my better moves. Don't tell him I said so. I should start warming up for this gig. We'll catch up again soon. You're good to
I
go.
suppose this is the unique conversation that the SWTOR is allowed to have with Vet. Sorry.
Discreet vantage point near the skyhook. Better get in position.
Will, if you're still around, the best subscription plan is obviously the 6-month recording one. That's what I'm doing.
This is close enough. And there's the Gilded Star, just like I promised.
I was expecting shinier.
Gold-plated and stealth ship don't exactly line up. Now we just have to hope Mommy Dearest remembers her daughter's birthday.
I can kill you from here, Gold.
Great, really getting into the spirit of your character, at least from what I hear.
Shut up.
We are approaching the checkpoint. No further communications are warranted until the bridge is under our control.
Roger. Break a leg, ladies. It's in their hands now. All we've got to do is wait.
So how did you manage to fleece Lana at cards anyway?
You've got a pretty good handle on all that Force nonsense. What would you do if you were at the sabacc table?
Crush your feeble throat and claim the prize.
Reassuring. I'll remember that when we're dividing shares, pal. I could tell Lana was trying to peek inside my head, so I just made sure she got an eye full. The angry glares she flashed were easier to read than anything I was doing. As for the rest, well, trade secrets, you know.
Come on, we're partners now. No secrets between us.
When I've got enough credits to buy half the galaxy, maybe we'll talk.
I am now in complete control of the Gilded Stars network. I will isolate the vessel's sentinels to the best of this system's ability.
Showtime.
Showtime, he says. Oh, we have the Coolan wealth. To bring a society from oppressive tribalism into a glorious golden era requires significant funding. When Emperor Volkorion began his project, he funneled wealth from the Sith Empire into Zaku, effectively robbing one empire to fund another. As Volkorion's grand society blossomed, the Eternal Empire turned its view outward, conquering planets and claiming their resources. By the time the Republic and Sith Empire fell, Zaku had amassed the greatest fortune in the galaxy. Much of it is channeled directly into the Zaku expansion of the Eternal Fleet. Lavish updates to the Spire, generous gifts to the citizens, but the Empire's treasure is so great it couldn't possibly be spent entirely. The bulk now sits idle aboard the massive treasury called the Gilded Star, serving as a symbol of Zaku's status and a reminder of the Eternal Empire's power. And we're going to rob this. Well, it's not just the extra bar, there are many more bonuses to being a subscriber. If you enjoyed the game, definitely don't think about it twice. Whoa! 2 companions. Really? Awesome. It's not every day you get to play with 2 classic companions at the same time. I just hope there's gonna be a fight sequence so I can see how exactly they're gonna do the job for me.
Prepare for testing of emergency lockdown systems and maintain your current stations.
You're good to go.
Man, they're slow. That's how it's done, guys. Come on. You used to be awesome. Deactivate the security alert. Well, I wonder what? Oh. Maybe I could have avoided that last, what is it, 3rd wave? If I clicked it sooner? Oh no. With a 3-second channel, they would have spawned. Yeah, that probably is the reason why they're so crap and so slow. They're rank 1. I wonder if they actually appeared here already. What the hell was... Oh, there we go. Okay. That's not so scary. I haven't done a single mission alliance recruitment alert or any other kind of alliance alert. That's why the picture is so gross here. Is it bugged? What? The new chapter? I haven't discovered a single bug so far. The normal clipping here and there through the armor pieces and such, but that's not related to the chapter. I haven't seen naked Katars or naked Vet, unfortunately. All right. Do you remember a circular kind of a tower area? Very, very similar to this on Makeb. I haven't been to Makeb actually in a very long time. I'm wondering, did they really copy the interior? Or is it just way too similar? I think it's exactly the same, with a little bit of a different lighting, of course. Yep. It looks very, very similar. Why would you react so badly when I mention Makeb? What's wrong with Makeb? It's a cool planet. I don't have a bonus quest, so what exactly would be the reason for them to place so many mobs all over the place? Skyhook guards, Sky Trooper, and then we have more guards and more troopers. Nothing fun, really. Ooh, medical droid. I highly doubt this guy is going to offer anything. I do have one real companion, actually, and that is, I don't know, just here. Oh, look. Pretend that this arrow, the blue arrow, is not here, and I'm cheating! I have two companions at the same time. I can actually very easily remove that blue arrow and present a screenshot like this. Hey, look at this, I've got two companions. I've managed to cheat Bauer, and I probably should not say that any more times. You've just walked into the live stream. Good morning. Ooh, California, that's why it's morning for you.
All better.
It's because of the story, that's why I have the two companions together with me. Because of the mission we're doing. This is the new chapter, just in case you're just waking up and you haven't warmed up as to what's happening.
Help me with this panel.
What panel? Really? Do I have to? Come on, give me a choice. I don't want to help you. Medical service, medical service.
Okay, I ought to be able to reach the vault mechanism along this route. Keep clearing a path for Galt, and I'll see you soon.
No, I want to take you. Let's leave Gold here.
I really hope they check for Minox.
Are you sure those schematics were scaled in meters? I can hardly move.
My last partner didn't complain nearly this much.
Your last partner was crushed to death.
And never once complained about it.
One quick comment on the moment when she banged her head on the ceiling. That to me seems like a reference to The Hobbit. The first Lord of the Rings movie, where Gandalf bumps his head. I was just trying to remember if this was part of the books, but I can't. I just remember it from the movies.
Oh no, it's nothing. Nothing. Almost there.
She's a lot more cheerful than what I remember her. I do have another Sith warrior character, my other marauder. He was very brutal to vet. I'm wondering how is she going to meet him and greet him. For those of you who haven't played the story more than once, and just in case you decided to be good to her, if you're bad, she slowly but gradually loses her sense of humor, and she stops being funny. And again, if you have forgotten the story behind these characters and you're too lazy, because it's obvious, to replay all of the original 1 to 50, I'm gonna publish a lore update later tonight, so just take a quick read.
Time's a factor.
Hey, you want to cut through a foot of cortosis and steel while hanging upside down in a half-meter crawl space? There. Jerk. Try it.
The moment of truth.
I've been rich, filthy rich, but nothing like this. Counting the zeros on a balance sheet can't even compare. There's just something magical about the real thing.
Stop drooling and help me set this charge.
I'll be sure to tell Scorpio to suck the joy out along with the goods. It won't look nearly as impressive in a second, but it'll spend all the same. Do the honors?
Let's see how much Arkan enjoys this.
Payload's delivered. It's time for the pay dirt.
We're in position. Extending umbilical. Seal is tight. All green.
Airlock disengaged. Awaiting order for depressurization.
Door is open.
Commencing depressurization.
Tank is filling. So far, so good.
It will take approximately 10 minutes, 17 seconds to siphon a space of that volume.
Plenty of time to make our exit.
Great. Let's blow this joint.
You enjoy doing that, don't you?
Maybe a little. A lot. What good is being sneaky if you can't make a great entrance?
It is unlikely the detonation went unnoticed. After we vacate the bridge, I will no longer be able to maintain a complete lockdown.
See? Perfectly justified acquisition. Come on. I want to try this thing out.
Just scramble the systems as best you can and leg it to the tanker. We'll see you there.
I would really love to see her keep that giant weapon.
We're at capacity. Scorpio and Senya are on board. What's the situation?
We're keeping them busy on our end, but I don't think we're any closer to reaching you. Scorpio, do you still have any access to the blast doors?
Only through direct input.
Great. Just bug out before anyone notices you buzzing around. We'll take the skyhook back down and meet you at the hideout. Just play it cool. My guardian angel will handle anybody taking an unhealthy interest.
The guardian angel. I like that.
Wide stance. Aim in. And... Whoa! Amazing.
Yes, it is amazing, but...
Oh, okay, that's bad. We've got to get around this way.
Why have I never tried one of these before?
Because you've wasted, what is it, 4 years playing with pistols, my dear vet. If you were a companion to my trooper, he would have taught you. What did I want to say? This is camouflage. Rewatch the whole story from the beginning, it will make better sense. That's... That's all I can say. They're using kind of a camouflage system mechanic trick. Or how did I call it? ID theft of some sort? Oh, I was beginning... Never mind. I will tell you after this. So many cutscenes in this chapter.
Oh boy.
The lift's not coming, is it?
Oh no, it's coming. It's just not empty.
Valen. I can sense her presence.
Time for plan B.
What's plan B?
Run and hope for a plan C.
That's awesome.
I'm tired of running from Valen.
Well, I've got a few laps left in me. Even if you win and don't turn the skyhook into crumbled wreckage, we'll still be surrounded by thousands of her flunkies. We have to go around.
There is no around.
There is out there.
You want us to scale the exterior?
Pretty much. Look, there's no time to stand here arguing, so I recommend lodging your complaints at a steady jog.
Not so bad. Just don't look down. Or consider your own mortality. Goodbye, Spewy. I'll never forget you.
Damn, she dropped it. Back to pistols, I suppose. Okay, before we run into our next cutscene, quick answer. Can you get a companion with the saber, or do they always have an opposite class? The system used to be in the original game very, very random, I would say. You had a companion about everything and with everything. Right now, with the new companions and contacts in the Alliance system, you can have anything and everything at the same time. I mean, one companion at a time active, but the number of available companions with different classes, the abilities are pretty much the same. As an effect, I mean, they perform differently and they have different animations and such. But the effectiveness of the companions is more or less within the 2 or 3% varying difference, assuming they're all the same rank. So yes, there is a chance for you to get the companion with the look and with the behavior and with the weapon that you desire. There are so many available, it's ridiculous. Whoa. That was nice. And unfortunately I turned for a second, so I wasn't really able to see the whole animation of this Knight of Zakul just blazing through the blasted door. Hey Nick. What's wrong with Spewy? I'm having troubles reading it, but once I remember, I'm sure it will be fine.
Try ducking
what the hell is this droid here for? Oh, turrets. Not very effective though. After I finish the chapter, about half an hour after that, there will be a special dedicated event with a hyper crate opening and unpacking and checking of the contents. Plus a special giveaway, but I'll talk about that, guys, when the next event begins. It's scheduled, so don't worry. If you have a specific question related to the cartel market, I would beg you to ask you then. Because I will have my chat displayed and maybe more people would be curious to see the answer to these types of questions as well. I'm actually excited about the new mount that I saw on one of the tweets BioWare posted yesterday or the day before. We're still getting to the exterior. Is that it? That's it.
You'll feel that later.
Oh no. There is more.
Hey, so just thinking of you, wanted to say... Trouble? No, everything's going great. Just taking a little detour on the way home.
Good.
The noise? Just a little windy is all. What plan am I on? I don't... Plan C. We're on Plan C, all right? Yeah, sounds lovely. Gotta go. See you soon.
That is something, unfortunately, many people are going to miss as part of this chapter. I mean, people who prefer to watch the story from YouTube videos, because me and pretty much everybody else doing these things on YouTube, we cut out everything gameplay related and we only combine and leave the cutscenes. And short lines like what Galt just said will forever be lost, those who skip the story. Let's check it again. It's not the same reading it with my accent compared to listening to Galt. Thank you, love is everywhere.
The good news is we can reach the skyhook from here.
And the bad?
If you've got a fear of heights, there will be plenty of time to get over it on the way down.
Oh, that's not good, BioWare. That's really, really cheap. Did you see? He's not moving his lips while speaking to me. How exactly are you doing this? See, in case you couldn't recognize the voice, Galt was just talking to me just like he was pretty much through the whole chapter. Well, unfortunately, they saved on lip syncing and lip moving, actually. Oh, don't tell me this counts as a boss fight. It seems we've got this kind of a boss fight everywhere now, with each chapter. And the most simple mechanic that I assume is the case here as well is just avoid the stuff on the floor. Not that it does any damage to you. Look at this, 1,000. Kill all the mobs. Well, the boss or the mini-boss is immune. Then do the same 1 or 2 more times because it's all scripted. And you can't finish the boss in one go. I've been telling that to everybody for many years now. That the story is really by far the best part of SWTOR. It's a good MMO with a lot of features missing as well, a very crap engine. But if you don't play the story, you're missing like 60% of the game. Oh, come on! Elite Sky Trooper, damn you! I'm gonna stay right here. Damage me! Damage me! 1140, really? He's not dropping yet. Oh, we've got one more here. Oh, please die already.
Okay, so remember Plan C?
You never actually got to Plan C, Gold.
Turns out Plan C is jump!
Mother was here, again. She had the audacity to wear my face.
And a punishment.
Escaped. She knows I won't be bested the next time we meet.
Ah, empty threats all you've brought for me.
I interrupted their little raid on the treasury. They couldn't have accomplished much in the time they were here.
Perfect timing.
I'm not the one who has a problem showing up when I'm supposed to.
Jeez, how long are you planning to hold that over me?
The rest of your life, naturally. Thanks for keeping my worse half out of too much trouble.
You two are a couple.
Don't sound so surprised.
It's complicated.
Anyway, I think we've all had our fill of Vandin, and it's gonna get a lot less hospitable shortly, so shall we?
Let's get our haul back to Odessa.
Probably the conclusion is to follow now before the end of this chapter.
There's nothing like coming home from a job well done, especially when you've ruined a huge jerk's day in the process.
Couldn't agree more. Come to think of it, our plan was lacking in one department.
An actual escape route?
It was the scenic route. Can't argue with the view. No, the one thing missing was a way to see the look on Arkin's face when he got the news.
He doesn't have much of a face anyway.
It's probably better in my imagination. Now, how about we get on with my favorite part and divvy up the loot?
Already taken care of. You, Vet, and Dretch are already paid out. I took the liberty of skimming what you owe me off yours.
Well, take all the fun out of it, why don't you?
Your idea of fun is why your divvying privileges are still revoked.
Just what did you do exactly?
Ran out on me with the biggest score of our careers.
And I regretted it ever since. Well, after the shine wore off. A little older, a little wiser, you know? Okay, maybe a lot older. It was a formative moment. The point is we're on to bigger and better things, like melting a mint down into an ocean of liquid happiness. Now, however you want to spend your cut is none of my business, but if you want to say triple it, I might have a little something in the works.
This money isn't ours. I don't mind taking it from Arkin, but I want nothing to do with it.
Our goal was to fund the Alliance, not personal gain.
Who says it can't be both? You just need a little ambition.
Or, you know, you could try giving. Maybe just once. See what you've been missing. My share is going towards buying back some of the artifacts stolen from my people, freeing slaves, giving Twi'leks a better place in the galaxy.
Honestly, we've got way more than we need for operations. It'd be good to have a plan for the excess.
I'm not going to pass up an opportunity to triple our take. Just keep an eye on that investment.
Oh, don't worry. I'll make sure he coughs up every last credit.
I kinda thought the point of this alliance was to do some good in the galaxy, but I guess I'm not really surprised. Everybody's got an angle.
I understand your decision, Commander. I only ask that you not lose sight of the bigger picture while serving your ambition.
Hey, more shares for you, am I right?
It appears our business is concluded.
Oh, I don't know. I figure you'll be seeing me around. You've got a handy little outfit here. Besides, I wouldn't want Hilo to get lonely.
As if.
Right now, I think we've earned a long night of not thinking about tomorrow. This stuff sells for more than most freighters. Grab some glasses and get to know what success tastes like.
Commander, Major Jorgen and Kaleo just landed. They're in the docking bay.
So much for celebrating. Go ahead, we'll be right behind.
The conversation with them will... Oh, it will happen right now. It's not the end of the chapter. What a surprise. Did anybody suspect or knew that Gold and Hilo Viz are actually a couple? This struck me as a complete surprise. I don't know if I've missed any details here or there, but... Interesting new touch.
I was 30 meters from a computer that would have given me the Gemini frequency. But no, your idiot brigade had to come in blasting.
You were surrounded. We saved you.
And blew the mission. If it wasn't for my backup plan, you would have died down there.
Backup plan? Your escape route detonated a hospital. Enough. You both failed the mission. This alliance and me.
I don't get points for bringing Major Misfire home alive. Good to know for next time. It wasn't a complete loss. I grabbed something on the way out.
My fire team covered you.
Yeah. Point is, we lifted the data core from a security console right outside that hyperwave relay station. It's not the key to the Gemini frequency, but it does contain a massive file archive all about those droids.
I'll put Scorpio to work sifting through the information. See if there's anything to salvage from this fiasco.
Fiasco doesn't begin to cover it. If I can't trust you people to complete your missions, what good are you to me?
It could have gone much worse, but we can't let this happen again. Major Jorgen disobeyed your orders not to follow Kaleo. In the Republic military, that kind of insubordination is grounds for court-martial.
This isn't the Republic. I'm in charge, and I'm ready to pass judgment now.
Understood, Commander. I accept your decision.
Holy crap!
You abandoned the Republic and defied my alliance. You've dishonored the Havoc Squad name. I can't trust you, and I won't have you disrupting my operations any further.
So what? Toss me the brig, is that it?
We don't have a brig.
Good riddance. Can I go now?
That's how I deal with people who fail me. No exceptions for anyone. Understood?
Your point is well taken, Commander.
I'll start with her fingertips and work my way up. Take one knuckle at a time, then her hands.
Do you remember, Mother? Not what she is now. Who are the children?
I remember her telling Father I was dangerous. How I had to be controlled. She always hated me.
She never understood us. Oh, Father.
She helped the Outlander steal our pretties. They took everything.
Those things can be replaced.
When all the worlds we've conquered find out what's happened, they'll think we're weak. Test us.
I remain the greatest power the galaxy has ever seen. My enemies know what I'll do to them if they cross me.
Fear is always free.
I will be generous with it.
What the hell just happened? I never believed that to be possible, even after I clicked it. Bauer knows how to finish with a high end. That was an epic ending. You know what means when you have an outcome like this. But nonetheless, someone very important has faded away. Someone very important. I don't know why I keep saying something. Someone very important to the Trooper story, at least, if not for something else, has died. Wow, that was an epic ending. I can't wait to see the light side. We had an argument in the previous chapter, and we have a conclusion now. It was the most typical dark side Sith warrior conclusion and outcome that you can ever imagine. Thank you. Vok is not really evil. Skorx is the evil one. I suppose it is time to do a very quick and brief overview of the chapter. It felt like this was a filler chapter. They introduced 2 new characters, but we didn't get too much time with them. I mean, story time. We had plenty of kills and plenty of fighting, but I was hoping for more, especially when it comes to the personal relationship between the Sith warrior, in my case it's my Sith marauder, and Vet. Now, yes, obviously those of you who witnessed, I did not romance her with this character in the original story, 1 to 50. But still, the few lines we share that are definitely unique between this class and the companion, that's not enough. I was hoping for more. And that is definitely more cheerful and more fun than what I personally remember. We already witnessed that I remember very little about the Bounty Hunter story. As a matter of fact, Bounty Hunter story is the last class that I ever finished 250 and the last story I completed. I actually did this in 2013, I believe, so that's around 2 years after the launch of the game and after I started playing. That's a long time, yeah. I don't know why. It's not that I don't enjoy the Bounty Hunter class. It was a fun story, definitely, and I've enjoyed it a lot. It's also the story that I've completed only once, and I don't even remember if I did all of the companion side stories and side quests. Maybe that's why I don't remember what happens between Gold and Hilo. There are, just like you guys said during the chat, there are definitely references and hints as to why are these a couple and how the hell they are a couple. It came to me as a total surprise, and I admit it. There are some things that unfortunately I don't remember. Again, back on topic about the chapter, it was a fun one, definitely on the longer side. My live stream is about to end in a few minutes, but don't go yet, I have important things to mention. 1 hour and 40-ish minutes, minus the build-up phase, the waiting phase in the very beginning. That's about a steady 1 hour 15 minutes of playtime. Definitely long enough, yes. I'm sure that many people that are rushing through it can do it in half an hour. But that's not the point when you're doing one chapter per month, right? You need to savor it, you need to enjoy it, and there was definitely plenty of moments to enjoy here. We had IT theft, we had a crazy person, I forgot what was his name, Grudge, something. I doubt that we'll ever see him again, but if we do, I'll definitely give it another shot at remembering his weird name. We've learned a couple of things about the events after chapter 3, or actually, I don't know how to call it. It's not chapter 3 anymore. I'm speaking of the original chapters of the story after level 50 and after Corellia. We know what Vet did, why she did it, and it was interesting to learn that. There was very little conversation between me and Galt because he's nobody to me. I imagine if or when I play a bounty hunter one day, there's going to be plenty of fun things, depending, of course, I suppose, of what our conversations, what our past is, if we were good to each other. I do remember some things about Vet. I did remind myself of other things that I had forgotten, and later tonight I'll post a blog post on my website with some background story and reminders as to who Vet is, how do you recruit her, and why she's so special, why people love her so much, or not so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this chapter. I definitely did. You know that there will be two more playthroughs. They will be in the form of a walkthrough already, because I know what's happening and I know what to do and where to go. There is a difference between a playthrough and walkthrough. But I sure enjoyed this one. Now, there is a next event. I believe I scheduled it for 1 hour after now, so it's gonna start in half an hour. Let me find it for you and post the link. I'm doing different events for these things because it allows me to much easier and quicker publish them as a standalone video compared to if I go around and cut the stream and then publish it separately. Oh, that's just easier. Please check out this URL, and I will see you there in about half an hour. About the giveaway related to this video, for those of you who were here early enough to catch the early mention, the giveaway attached to this video is 2 Steam codes for Knights of the Old Republic and Knights of the Old Republic 2. Both games I've decided to give the codes to the same person because it doesn't make sense to reward the second game to one person who hasn't played the first one, for example. These are genuine Steam codes provided to me by a subscriber and loyal follower of mine, Nielsen Garab. He actually gave me the codes about a month ago, but I was saving them for a special occasion. To enter this giveaway, you need to leave a comment on the video after I publish it. So this exact video with my Sith Warrior playthrough will be available probably later tonight, as a normal video upload on YouTube. Leave a comment there with anything related to the chapter. Why do you like it? Why you didn't? What do you think of my playthrough? Was my playthrough fun? Why wasn't it fun if it wasn't? Other things like that. All and every comment will enter for the giveaway, and I will determine the winner, let's see, on 11th of May. There is nothing specific related to the date, except that 11 is my favorite number, and I don't want to wait too much because people will start forgetting. I will mention the details and the requirements to enter for the giveaway again under the video when I publish it, and I will see you in about half an hour because I haven't eaten all day. And before I start the next event, Hypercrate opening for the new Plunders pack, I need a short break. See you guys there, and thank you very much for joining me. I hope that you will continue the fun with me together.